Okay, so we took this buy, um, looking for this continuation to go up, constant encouragement, all that good stuff that we hit. CME, I was looking for that light bulb kind of displacement of this, big inject move. In my opinion, this is what I was looking for. I'm aiming up here for buy side up here, 5-time highs. I will be taking partials above here, so I will take 4 of these contracts off. If we get up in this range right here. Right now, stops going to just have to stay right there. Looking forward to just continue going up. At this point, just kind of waiting. See if we get a continuation. Can we go that lower? Absolutely. Blasted the 5-minute fair value gap, which was good. And like I said, I'm looking for it to continue to go up at least to this high, leaving partials, and then I'll leave. Go to the high time frame. So again, looking for that continuation go up. Stop loss is using this as a breakaway gap. So in real time, we kind of pretty much identifying this as a breakaway gap. We can stab down lower in this fair value gap, but ideally we don't. Leave this as a breakaway gap, and then like I said, ideally I was able to take partials. So I'm gonna be smart about this one. Let's see. So that 50% of this. So what I'm gonna do is, you know what? This is a daily of the premium wick right here. So what I'm gonna do is drop 4 contracts off right there. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop 4 contracts off right there. If it gives it to me. Sell 4 right there. So this low is from the daily right there. Oh, excuse me. Control Z right there. Okay. So what is that level? That level is the daily fair value gap, or daily level on the fair value gap. Looking for that the continuation go up higher. Excuse me, right there. Using this as a breakaway gap. Want to see is not get traded to. Want to see is you see we get a strong reaction here, and we just sink all the way lower, which is fine. Like I said, stop loss is going to pretty much be at that fair value gap and this 5-minute fair value gap. So, in my opinion, like I said, having it at a low, in my opinion, doesn't make much sense. It makes sense to do this. Makes more sense to just keep it right here, because if we come to out here, then that tells me that we're not, we're not bearish. I mean, we're not bullish. This was me personally. I'm trying to get better at submitting with the trade, like just submitting with the idea of like, hey, if you're wrong, you're right. That's cool, but you stuck to your bias. You stuck with the bullishness, and you saw your opportunity to strike. You looked for a sell side being taken. You did everything you're supposed to do. So at this point, like I'm just trying to build the reps and build the idea of just taking good trades. 15-minute looks good right now until it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm thinking the way that I'm viewing it. I don't want to move my stop yet, um, until we take out this high, until we start getting into this range above that 50%. So this is 50% of the daily, on a daily wick. So I'm trying to see if we can close above here. That tell me kind of more of onside than not. Like I said, get into this range right here. Like I said, at this point, we're just kind of stalling at these highs right here, which I don't love, but I don't know if we might be waiting for another macro or we just might just shoot aggressively down lower, which is fine. I just, like I said, I accept the risk at this point. And also, I'm looking for that higher time frame analysis. Like I said, I'm not going to short all-time highs. That's not going to happen. And our sell side has been taken, which is right here. Right, sell side has been taken. We pulled into deep premium, or excuse me, discount of this range, right? Absolutely, right, 50% of this range. And then also we left this fair value gap open, which in my opinion is bullishness, right? We left this open. We wasn't even strong enough or bearish enough to even come down and fill this up, which I wanted to see, right? I wanted to see that. Then we have market shift above this high with a fair value gap. Like I said, got in as we was pushing up, but this would be that fair value gap entry. And then, like I said, I'm just looking forward to shoot up higher. Just making sure I got this. I want to make sure I'm able if we do go up higher, I want to make sure I'm able to take partials. That's my biggest thing I'm looking at. I just want to be able to make sure I take partials right there. If we do, yeah, if we do get 10 points, I guess in this case, if we get 10, 11 points, I want to make sure I'm able to take partials up here. We'll be taking it, putting it break even once we get up here until we take that partial. Now we just push back down to the 5-minute fair value gap. That's why I still have it open. Like I said, we still on the chart. And kind of looking at the last, I say the last leg of defense of this trade kind of playing out. Seeing if we get a strong reaction out of here. Go down to the 1 minute. So seeing this right here, 5-minute fair value gap, bullish high time frame. We came here. We could be manipulating lower just to continue to go lower and drop down all the way lower, which is very possible. For me personally, I'm looking at this as a 5-minute fair value gap, holding that, and then I'm also looking at this being a breakaway gap. Honestly, truthfully, I would like for this to be, if this trade is still good, it will push towards the highs up in this range up here, leaving this as a breakaway gap. If we start filling this in, that's when, of course, it's gonna hit a stop. But that's when, like this trade, filling this fair value gap in is telling me that we're not gonna go for these highs at this moment. We should be having no time to be coming back in here, filling this gap in. You know what I mean? We shouldn't have time for that. If this trade still, still is a valuable trade right now. Again, what's going trying to work on is just kind of submitting with the trade, submitting to the idea. Hey, you could be wrong, you could be right. Submitting to the, again, what do we do in high time frame? Bullish. I'm not trading. I'm not going to short all time highs, and we wait for a stop run in opposite direction. Got it. Market structure break right here. Got it. Fair value gap. Order. All that good stuff. Got it. So now we're just looking for us to continue to go higher. 5-minute fair value gap, got it. So we got a lot of things on our side, in my opinion. Like I said, this just might be the trade that just not is going to play out. But I still like the execution of it. I'm looking at the strategy, looking at all the signatures of price. What do you do? What did you wait for? And all that stuff. And there's some things that you can take for the next trade and be like, okay, this is what I did right, this is what I did wrong. In this case, I think I did everything I was supposed to do. So I'm just gonna continue to, trust the process, trust the trade, and like I said, just take the L, and take the W with the W. Reaccumulating back into that 5 minute OB. Excuse me, not 5 minute OB, but the 5 minute fair value gap. Like I said, seeing if we can get some good push movement, good higher movement out of there. But again, we kind of staying idea of that's going to be a breakaway gap. What I will do is, if we do get back above here, back into this range right here, I'll add 2 more contracts on here and then move my stop to this swing low. If we do get above here, right? If we do, if we don't, then obviously I'm not adding no more to it, but I would add more to it and then cutting costs right there. So basically, adding to it when I can move my stop loss. In this case, I cannot move it. Giving it some breathing room. It could come from my stop right now, but giving some breathing room and allowing it to do what it do, and trusting that this will be a breakaway gap. My brain, the way that I'm looking at this is the way that I'm viewing it is looking at ES. ES is to my right now, and also looking at the fact that we are trading going to all-time highs, and then tell myself, okay, I wouldn't be shorting this, in my opinion. Like I said, sure, it could work. I could get stopped out. That's fine, but overall, I wouldn't be shorting it. That's just me personally. I wouldn't be. So I would like to see a candle closure above here. See if we can get that. So somewhere up in here. So kind of zooming out, just trying to see what we're looking at on the high time frame. Tap that order block precisely. Coming down, probably maybe go down to our consequent encouragement of this wick within this 5 minute fair value gap. Possibly, I guess. Possibly. Want to see some reaction here. Like I said, if we don't, then we just keep closing. Then that'd be the trade. But we'll see if we can continue to go off these swings. Maybe this midnight right here, then swing up higher. But again, if we don't see any bullish moment off that, then we'll definitely be going for the stop, and we should be going lower, which I am not. All right, this is a long trade. My gosh. So this is a long trade, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. So we finally stopped manipulating those lows. I'm thinking we still going to continue higher. We was in that fair value gap. That was that 5 minute fair value gap that you can see the bias of the candles kind of start closing in here. And I was looking at the clock, and I was like, okay, either macro is going to cook me or it's going to go back up. Like, it's just either, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just be real. Like, the macro, I was hoping the macro would go into the higher time frame, but obviously it didn't. I mean, obviously it did. So we now are looking for, again, the same stuff that I was looking for. And that's what I mean by accepting the trade. So even if it's right or wrong, I know I'm with a high time frame. That's all I can, biggest thing I could do, and put myself in the best position I can. Knowing that. So I am looking to take partials above this high. Excuse me. Move this over here. Okay. I'm looking to take partials above this high, and I am. I'm still able. I'm still waiting for me to be able to put this as a break even. I still don't think this is a break even area. I think we can come down, and then if we come down all the way low here, I won't want this trade anyways. So again, they're risking the same. TP should be a little bit more. So I was able to put a little bit more in here, but I'm still looking at the same. The trade, which is us trading back up high to this order block, going up higher, taking this out, and still trading this higher, and then looking at this high. So that's like I said, what I'm looking for. Obviously, we don't get it. But it's kind of what I'm kind of viewing at this time and what I'm looking for the trade. Pretty much doing the same thing, accumulating back into this range. I was hoping or wanting us to push up higher between these highs. Seeing ES has not failed to make that high, so we got like an SMT going on, so we're pushing back lower. In this case, I'm looking at this fair value gap to push us higher. Love this to be a breakaway gap. Doesn't have to be. Ideally, I just want it to be. Again, I would say my biggest thing of this trade is just wanting to get at least above here to be able to take partials or put it at break even at that point. Like I said, just not getting those that big spike, that big push that I'm looking for, that I'm wanting. Like I said, we're getting that aggressive buying, but we're not. It's taking us a little bit longer to hold those buys. I wonder, are we waiting for news? 3:34. Okay. Sometimes this is another thing too. I'll be looking at news when like GBP and Euro. I'm looking at Redfo news. Again, it's not really relevant in New York, but it is relevant in New York, London. So it's kind of just one thing I'm looking for. I just keep an eye on. So yeah, if this trade doesn't play out, probably be done for the London session. I don't want to stay up too long. Like I said, I feel very confident in the high time frame. Feel very confident in the lows and highs and all that good stuff. Like I said, we just keep on manipulating highs and lows. I'd rather be out of the trade. It's not giving the feedback that I'm looking for. They tell me that we are going up, so. mean, ideally, this, I'm not going to keep on talking about it. We've been walking this trade throughout this entire time. Um, this is some crazy patience. Even if this trade don't play out, I mean, I'm gonna be proud of my patience on this. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But what I'm looking for is again above this high and above this high, right? We're still looking for those highs, and I'm just like I said, my biggest thing that I want to be able to do, get to this high, close this high, and like I said, I'll put a break even. We get to these runners, that's cool, that's great. We get to TP1. My biggest concern or biggest thing that I would like for be able to do is just put it at break even, right? Moving this stop up, all that good stuff. But the biggest thing is putting the break even. We get above here, so this buy stop right here. Just like we just refuse to clear it, buy side. So that's what I'm looking at right there. Want to see up big green engulfing candles right here. Not seeing any reason why we should slow down right there. Let me go to the high time frame real quick. Rejection block. Yeah, we should just be able to just eat through there. So looking at that, like I said, I don't want to see us reversing, especially all of this backtracking we had against. We could. It is possible we come back down with here, but obviously we would not want that. Want us to just continue to go up higher, but it is possible. And like I said, I will feel like I should move my stop at this point. That is a crazy wick. I may put a constant encouragement of that wick. Ideally, I wouldn't have to. Ideally, we just keep on closing at least above here. Maybe this constant encouragement is wick. Look at this. See, the 5 minute don't show it's a wick though. The 15 minute and the 5 minute don't show it's a wick. Kind of just want to go off higher time frame. I'm just going. I feel like we are going to shoot really fast through here. That's just my opinion. Because the 5 minute and 15 minute shows is now a wick. And that's just by side. There we go. See what I'm talking about? Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Put in break even. All right. All right. Well, that was an interesting trade, to say the least. So I guess could took partials right there, but kind of wanted to go higher. It's all good. It's all straight. It's one of those trades. I think at 3 o'clock. I don't even know what happened. I don't know why we wicked. It's so crazy at 3 o'clock. But either way it goes, we did, and apparently we put that break even at the right time. Okay, so like I said, I was going for that high. I was going for more highs, and like I said, that was just allowed me to put that break even. Clearly, you can kind of see that we did. That was kind of a crazy trade to be in and having to break even the whole entire thing. So either the way it goes, I love the discipline on two things. One, held to the bias, got in where I wanted to be in, wait for sales I'd be taking, all that good stuff. And then two, one is we drop down, all this fair value, all this just price just moving, kept my stop the same, didn't move anything. Wait for me to get that confirmation to put more in there. Did move stop, kept stop safe right there. Then put up here, and then we was able to take a break even. So overall, in my opinion, I did not get obviously the TPs we were looking for, but the growth that I got from learning and understanding price from just when price action is not doing what you want to do, and also had that patience, right? Really was gotta put that W. Like I said, I'd rather take a break even at the right time, and that's exactly what we did. So